Hey everybody, it's Every Little Thing Gypsy. I had a little bit of time and thought I would sit here and talk to you guys for a little bit and see how everybody's doing. Hope everybody's having a good day, night, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. I hope everything's going okay for you guys. I try to keep everybody in my prayers and hope for the best for all of us. Anyway, I'm just sitting here thinking about all of this trauma and this page, and I was sitting here wondering what I could discuss about this trauma with you guys. I see I post a lot of different comments on here. Some has to do with me, probably a lot of them. Some don't have anything to do with me. I just like them. They sound good. I hope they help other people. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about was the trauma part of it. It's like I have some of these comments that I put up, and it just seems like a lot of people, I want everybody to speak their piece and how they feel. It's just that I want everybody to understand how I feel about trauma. Everybody else has their own feelings about things. They're entitled to their own feelings about whatever, it's freedom of speech for whatever you want to say. We just have to be careful on this platform of what we're saying. That's why I'm going to be on YouTube. I know I've been saying that for a while, but my story is a long story. It's a traumatizing story. It has a lot of bad stuff in there, like I've told y'all before. It's taken me a while to be able to start these things and get going with them. Plus, I'm told y'all once before, I don't know where to start. I guess if I start at the beginning, I don't want, everybody to be like, oh, wow, I might start from here and go backwards or just jump all over the place about different things. The one thing I do want to touch on, though, is trauma, which is my trauma. I feel like sometimes when I put posts up that talk about trauma and how people feel with the trauma, that you have some people coming on there telling them, oh, you need to just move on. You can't let yourself just live in that, or, it's not that terrible. And it's not just the people on here, it's people in general in real life, maybe families. I'm talking about how my family can be. They don't understand or just whatever. But it's like trauma. You can give trauma this. You can take two people, say me and somebody else, and give us the same exact trauma, and we're gonna handle it different. I might be like handle it a little bit stronger, and I can be like, okay, I'm gonna be okay, and move on with my life every day and be just fine. And the other person that went through the same thing, it could just be terrible for them. They can have nightmares. They might not want to get up and move around. They might cry. They might be awful, handling this situation. It's like, because that's trauma. Everybody's trauma is different. Everybody's different in general. Like, I'm different. I'm not the same as you. You're not me. There's different kinds of trauma. There's severity to it. Like, it could start when you were born. It could start when you were an adult. It could be like all kinds of different things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like I would get more in detail like I'm going to on YouTube about what I'm saying. It's just on here I have to be really careful. I'm not trying to jump around and say, ooh, and drag this out and be boring, because I hate that, to listen to people drag out a long thing. Now, I'm good at that. I'll go over the same thing over and over. And I talk with my hands, and I know I have woolly gray hair, or I know everything. I don't need nobody to tell me nothing. That's another thing, like I've said in some of my videos before. I don't need people to tell me how I look or what I could do about it or whatever. I've already been there, know all about it. Nobody just don't know me or what I'm going through, so they don't know my story. But trust me, I know how I look. Anyway, so what I was going to say about trauma is like people just, unless they've been through the trauma and or in the kind of trauma that they're going to talk about or run down or not understand, they probably shouldn't talk about it. or shouldn't answer and say, you know, and I get it. Like I'm horrifically traumatized. Trust me, I'm in my 60s, like I've said it a lot of times before, and it's like I'm nowhere near being healed. I still have my bad trauma days, a lot of them. I get really upset. I don't let it take me over. I mean, I try to get through it, move on, but I always know it's going to come again. There's going to be another day that I have it. And it's kind of like what I want people to understand is like this page is going to keep remaining to be about these quotes. I'm going to keep putting the quotes up. I'm going to try to answer as much as I can. And there's going to be a few times that I do put a little bit of a video up on here like this one I'm doing right now talking. I'm pretty sure a lot of people won't listen to it, and I don't really care if they do or not. I'm here to hope what I say helps other people. And I hope it helps me because, like I said, I don't want to be a prisoner no more. And I think you're going to be a prisoner. I'm going to speak for myself. If I keep holding this stuff in and I don't talk about it and I don't let it out, I feel like I'm going to be a prisoner. Am I going to cuss my mom and my dad and my family and people that done me wrong, or I feel like they done bad to me? No, I'm not. I mean, I can't promise I might not here and there, but I'm going to try as hard as I can because I don't want to be that kind of a person. I feel like that's not going to make things better, to sit here and dog them or say that, you know, call them names and stuff for what they did. I think they pretty much are that. I don't need to have to tell them how they are. My parents are no longer here. They both, you know, I don't know the word, but you know what I'm talking about. I can't say it on here. I see people say different things about stuff like this and that, and it's ridiculous. But anyway, though, I'm not going to say bad things about them. It's like, anyway, back to the trauma. I feel like trauma is like, you're going to have haters. You're going to have people on here that's always saying something mean. I'm saying it like this. I go to people's pages. I have certain people I like to watch. Creators. And some of them, you know, they got a lot of drama going on, and they say stuff about dry begging and stuff. People's accusing them they call them hater pages. I don't really know. I have seen those pages too, and I've seen people that I follow and they're talked about on those. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, like it's like watching, you want to know what's going to happen next, I guess, with these people and in their life. And I'm very well aware that when you get on here and you spread your whole life on the internet, you can't really bitch about it and say, oh, they're saying bad things. I'm not saying it's not going to make me mad when somebody says something to me on here that I don't like or whatever. I have feelings, so I'm going to get mad about it probably, and I ain't going to respond to it, though. I'll just block whoever said it if I don't like it. Because I feel like this, when I'm on a page and I don't like that person's page, or I don't like what they stand for or what they're saying or doing, then I pretty much just don't go back to that page. I don't feel the need that I have to say bad things to them or tell them how terrible they are, or put my 2 cents in on that. I mean, why? Why do I need to do that? I don't feel like I need to do that. It's not going to matter anyway. So, but why though? I mean, I already know what it feels like to be hurt, talked about, whooped up on, beat up on, the black sheep. You know, I already know all that. I've lived it my whole life, so I sure don't want to make somebody else feel like shit. But, so that's what I'm saying about this page. If people don't like my page, it's like, I'm sorry that you don't like it, but there's so many other pages out there that would suit the person that, you know, they'll do things you're all about that you like. So, like, do I want to lose the people in any of y'all? Not really, but if y'all don't want to stay here or be here, then yeah, I would rather, you know, y'all go find another page y'all enjoy. Just don't be on here like, if you don't like me, feel the need to have to say bad things or tell me bad things or whatever, because like I said, in the end, I'm just going to block you, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, though, I hope everybody that even gets this far in the video would go to YouTube and subscribe over there. If you're interested in hearing my story, I do have videos pinned at the top that kind of tells a little bit. That's just a little bit about my life, about the marriages, you know, how my mom did what she did to me. You know, it's all there. It's not all there. There's some of it that touches on it. And I will be talking more involved and stuff on this YouTube. And I hope I don't have to be too secretive or be careful what I say on YouTube. Somebody told me YouTube changed too, and that you still have to be a little careful on certain things you talk about on there now. I hope it's not too bad, because I don't want to have to put a muzzle on my mouth or be careful. I just feel like that we feel bad enough, people that are traumatized or that have been used, beat, attacked, hurt, whatever you want to call it on here. If I feel like if we've had a bad life, we should be able to talk about this. We should be able to say what we want to say. When people muzzle us down or tell us, oh, if you say that, your page will get took down or you'll get restricted, or that's not right. Then it makes you feel ashamed even more. Not me. I want to X that out. I used to, but now I don't. It just kind of makes me upset. Like, I feel like, why can't they just on these pages put kind of like YouTube, where it's like, this page is not for kids. You can mark it, flip a little switch, or just say whatever, that you're going to be talking about grown-up stuff or things that kids might not need to be able to hear. You know, you should be able to fix that somehow on here, instead of being made to feel horrible because your life's so terrible that you can't talk about what happened in your life because it's so awful that we're not even allowed to discuss it on a platform. So that's another thing I'm not happy about. But oh well, it's not my platform. But I will be, like I said, going to YouTube, and I will be laying it out there. And it's, like I said before, it's not going to be pretty. I know I'll keep telling everybody I'm going to go over there and start telling story time about my life. And there's a few videos over there. They're kind of leftover ones from a few years ago. And then I changed my mind and decided I wasn't going to do it. But this time I'm going to do it. It's just I'm going through a lot of health issues, not feeling good. And then I'm, debating when I'm ready to start doing this. I want to be ready when I start so I can keep doing it. But I just don't want, the weak of, how do you put that? The faint. Like, if you don't like hearing stuff about whatever, bad things, depressing things, I'd suggest you don't go over to YouTube or subscribe on my page, because the things I'm going to talk about will probably be like, oh, that could probably never happen. Trust me, it all happened. The people that I do ever talk about my life to is like, good Lord, you need to write a book, and I've said this before too on videos. But anyway, guys, I am going to start really soon going over to YouTube to start. And I'll probably be kind of talking a little bit about everything and be all over the place. I wish I would know where to start this, but everything, I don't know. I'll figure it out, though. But anyway, I appreciate every one of y'all that's on this page, and I value every one of y'all that's on the page. And the ones that don't want to be on the page, after y'all see what my life's about, just know that I'm not that person anymore. I'll always be, it'll be part of me. It'll never really go away. I'll just learn how to live with it and to get past it and try to forgive the people for being horrible like they were, and doing it for myself. But I hope everybody has the rest of their days good. And I hope that, like I said, y'all go over to my YouTube, subscribe to it. And if you want to try to before you do that, you can go right up to the top where I have a few videos pinned that kind of tell you a little bit more in detail about what's going on. Or you can go look at the few that's on YouTube from a couple of years back, and you'll see that I'm kind of going to talk about a little bit to do with that. So yeah. Anyway, though, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I hope all of y'all stay blessed and have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.